Hello everyone and welcome to the Common Corner, the Northern Common Corner. We are in the Northern Hemisphere of Finland right now, trying my very best to light the candle because the time is about 13:56, so 4 minutes until 2, and the sunset here is 2 minutes past 2. So I have a lovely 6 minutes of daylight, which means that we're all decked out in candles around my family houses, my family home's kitchen table. I do apologize if the audio today isn't the best. My microphone set is not cooperating today. That's okay, we'll let it be. It's a bit more of an informal video today as well, as you will definitely notice. So yes, like I said, I'm in my family home right now in Finland. The days are very short, but luckily we are now just past the winter solstice, and the days should be getting longer. Right now, I think we get about 3 or 4 hours of sunlight, but well, I haven't seen the sun today because the kind of fog is quite heavy and the clouds are very thick and blocking the sky and the sun today. So it's just been kind of a constant blue hour for about 4 hours now. But it's a very special thing. Before I go on to show you my December pages, which I've realized I have not really talked through at all for the entire month. Before we go there, I would like to show you some clips of my travels to Helsinki, what I did in Helsinki when I met with one of my sisters there, who's actually not been on this channel before. I have 4 sisters. Yes, so in Helsinki lives the sister who was born after me, and here in the northern part of Finland lives the rest of my sisters, so 3 youngest sisters, who have all been on a Common Corner collaboration video in August. And right now I'm up north, but I did visit my sister, the second oldest sister, in Helsinki, and we went to the Moomin shop together. So I have a little bit of footage from there, as well as from my train ride to Oulu, which is the city that I'm in right now. And afterwards, I also made a little clip of talking through the stationery that I packed with me in my wonderful new travel backpack that finally kind of fits everything quite comfortably. And I have some kind of stickers from the backpack company as well, which was quite fun. So you'll see that clip as well. And then we will return back here. So I'll see you in a little bit. Here we have the setup to show what we will be putting in this lovely backpack today. But I just wanted to show you quickly the beautiful atmosphere of my home here in Finland. My family's here in the background, so don't mind the extra noise. And Lumi, who you might have met in the summer Common Corner collaboration video, will be my camera operator today. So yes, also thank you to the earlier Elle for introducing this video. And I just wanted to basically show you what my little stationery packing setup is. And I will be packing it in this MAH backpack that was very kindly sent to me alongside these very cute stickers, which is, to be honest, the things that I'm more excited for, even though the backpack is very great as well. And I'm going to be adding this little Christmas keychain on the other side as well. Which, to be honest, I might move to Lumi's backpack as a gift for filming this video with me. It looks like this. They have their little mascot and the MAH logo there. So cute. Okay, so let's get to packing. I realized just now that my stationery collection is a bit bigger than I expected. I of course have my weeks, which can go kind of towards the bottom of the backpack, because I'm not going to be using that too much, at least until Christmas is over, as it's only for university and work. Then I have my traveler's notebook, which has my extra ephemera insert, as well as my commonplacing insert and some stationery that I wanted to bring with me and place inside of these books. That goes in next. And then I think I'm gonna put down my pencil cases. So this used to be my pencil case, but this now acts as my fountain pen case. I have accumulated a collection of about 10 pens, which is quite fun, but definitely more than I would have ever expected this year. But I wanted to show them all to my sisters, as they're all kind of new to fountain pens, except my sister Lumi, who collected her first classic Kaweco Sport in pearl color. Just excited to share my fountain pen excitement with them. And then also my bigger pencil case that fits just all of the necessary stationery. At the very top we can see scissors, Muji tape, and my tweezers for my stickers. And then this Muji stencil that I use every now and then, a couple of stamps, and my highlighters. And then at last I have my Hobonichi Cousin avec. In its glory, in its half-year glory. I have a few more pages to fill, and then I'm excited to do a full flip through, probably in the early weeks of January. And I have my fountain pen of the month, the Twisby Diamond 580, which I've been using for the entire month. First in a broad nib and now in an extra fine nib that I changed to this pen. It's been a really fun experience to write with, because I've been writing with the Kaweco Al Sport for most of the year. Okay, and then finally I have this little gorgeous folder that I got from Hong Kong, from Muji in Hong Kong, and I think you can only get this in the East Asian Mujis. They come with these zip pouches already attached to the folder, and I just have a couple of like ephemera that I've been collecting from Helsinki, from the Moomin store, which you will see a little clip of in a little bit. And then, or actually you might have already seen the clip, yes. That's the way that the video is gonna go, I think. And some Moomin washi tape samples from this Joe journals. And just some other bits and pieces that I wanted to use to journal while I'm here in Finland. And then my sticker books that Lumi is doing such a good job of capturing. I've been organizing my stickers with my sisters, as they also got their own sticker books, which is really fun. All right, so they all fit just like this, and they're neatly organized and ready to go whenever I do some journaling with my sisters. Actually, I'm going to put those backpack stickers. It just shows how the kind of recycling aspect of these backpacks from MAH, they make majority of their backpacks from recycled bottles, including this one. And actually the cover of this backpack is from a recycled hose. So it's waterproof at the top, which is really nice. And I mean, it's black in color as well, which is my kind of classic color palette in the things that I want to use for a long time, including, you know, my notebook covers and so on. So these will just fit in very nicely here. And then I have some space for snacks. My water bottle will go in there. And let me just clip it so I can show the other side. On the other side here, I usually then keep my keys, which should be in there. Yes, they are. That's good. And then I was actually thinking of clipping this in here at first, but I think I will be giving it to Lumi as a prize for filming this video. All right. But thank you very much to the team for sending me this and sending me the sticker, so I at last have a backpack to travel with, which is very nice. All right, so I hope you enjoy me now looking through some pages from my Hobonichi Cousin avec December section. See you there. And welcome back. I hope you enjoyed those travel clips as well as a bit of chatting on what's in my backpack, I guess. As you know, my youngest sister Lumi was helping me film the backpack clip, and she's also here with me right now, making sure that all of my filming goes smoothly. So thank you, Lumi. Do you want to say hi, Lumi, really quickly?
Hello.
You can also see Lumi and my other two sisters, who you also met in August, in a 2025 Techok Haigi video, if everything goes well. So that's quite exciting. But now let's dive into the pages in December. So the daily pages. I believe that you might have seen this cover page already, either on my Instagram or on my channel. I definitely made a little reel on my Instagram about this cover here, which I really enjoy how it came out. And I believe that it might have been shown in a November video as well, but my memory is getting a bit hazy about what was shown and where. But I really enjoy this. Here's a little stamp that I got from my friend Sumi Tukomo, and it shows these 5 women kind of having a chat, and it just for me feels like me and my sisters, me and my 4 sisters, and one of them also has a dog, and my youngest sister Lumi really likes dogs. So it just feels like it's me and my sisters here reuniting, even though the second oldest sister is in Helsinki, so she won't be able to be with us this Christmas. She's actually traveling to Spain, so that's quite special. Okay, right away you'll be able to see the difference in the ink of the 1st of December page, as well as kind of the end of November. It was on the 29th that I had received from my friend Sumi Tokumo some Twisby Diamonds 580, and they both came with a broad nib, and then another friend of mine actually sent me an extra fine nib. So it was quite soon after that I then was able to change for my daily writing pen for the month of December a extra fine nib for this black ink. So it starts out quite intense because the broad nib really, it does what it's supposed to. It writes very broadly, and you'll be able to see that for the first few days of December. I also started to use these weather stickers from Hobman and Chop Girl, and I've been using these also for the entire month of December. So there's a couple of new things in my daily pages. The final update for December is that I have a Moomin sticker calendar for my advent calendar. It was gifted to me by my dear friend who also got me into Yoshitomo Nara's artwork. I mentioned her a few times, and she really knows my love for Moomins, and she got me a Moomin Mama candle holder and a Moomin advent calendar for my birthday. You've seen the Moomin Mama candle holder many times in my previous videos, for those who have seen some in the past, and now you're seeing the outcomes of my Moomin advent calendar on every page for this month. It started with Moomin Mama, which was very sweet, and the next one was Moomin Papa, and it's quite cool because the stickers in the beginning of the calendar were quite autumnal, and then they switched to more and more like Christmassy and wintry as the time went on. Yeah, definitely the broad ink is now kind of throwing me off just a little bit because it is really thick. I have my receipts in here as per usual and a bit of decoration. I saw quite a few movies this month, I think. So starting off with Gladiator, who I went to see with the same friend who gave me the advent calendar. And we went to see it to see Paul Mescal, and that was really cool. The storyline was maybe a bit iffy, but we enjoyed Paul Mescal's performance there. And next we had, I just got gifted a like a Korean handbook bookmark from my friend who visited Korea. So I just have that memorabilia from there. Had some good coffee as per usual, put in my Moomin stickers, and enjoyed the rain in London. There was also quite a bit of backfilling this month, I think, because I had quite a good mixture of really busy days and then days that I had reserved completely to not do anything. So it was on those days that I was able to enjoy kind of reflecting on those days that had passed, but didn't have much time to write. So as per usual, I'm doing my backfilling with red ink, so you'll be kind of able to see that very clearly. It was really fun actually, because a lot of times the moment stickers that I got from my advent calendar somehow resonated with what happened on the day. So for example, this is showing kind of this dinner that's happening in Moomin Valley, and it was on that day that I also had some friends come over to dinner at me and my partner's place. So I enjoyed that. At the same time, it was the advent calendar, but it also kind of worked really well as decoration for the day. This is definitely where the broad nib is really doing its thing. Yes, so on this day, I think, yes, we had some good food. We actually had Xi'an food for the first time, so like northern Chinese-ish food with a lot of like hand-pulled noodles. Really delicious. We've actually had that twice now this month. And something that I did a bit differently now for a few days is that I blocked out half of my pages so that I could write this really long journal entry. As you can see, it kind of continues onwards. And what I wanted to write about is maybe trying to practice a bit more digital minimalism as a result of getting my phone stolen again. So that's what I was kind of writing about here, and kind of how I'm very tired of it. I use this very appropriate sticker, like a print out sticker from Megan Rhiannon, just kind of accepting my tired and frustrated emotions about getting my phone stolen again. This time it was a very, very lovely, excuse me, a very lovely pickpocket. So that's also why the video quality might have gone down now, because I just got an older phone. I'm kind of done with smartphones with brilliant cameras, or so I tell myself. All right. Anyway, so I kind of blocked out this half of the page for a few days actually, as you can see, all the way until here and here. But this is when I started talking about something else. So the rambling about the phone and kind of wanting to practice a bit more minimalism in terms of my digital activity, which is also why I've been kind of more quiet on the side of Instagram. I wrote about that for 2 pages here, so you can kind of see that. I really love that they displayed Snufkin here. I think Snufkin only came up maybe once or twice in the entire calendar, so the sticker is really appreciated and beautiful. Okay. Then we had a weekend full of stationery. I had a friend visiting in London who's in the stationery community, and I filmed my video where I decorated the cover of my 2025 January to June avec, a very special time, just kind of getting to get ready for the upcoming year. And for me, the biggest change in the new year is changing books. And I'm quite happy that that's the biggest change that I have to face from the end of year to the beginning of the year. And I enjoy the fact that I can start getting ready for that slowly in December as well. Then we had the London Journal meetup. I think this was our 3rd. And I got to meet lovely new people there as well. Georgia Journals, who I mentioned in my last video, as well as Alex Thomas Creative, who I've been kind of mentioning a few times already in the history of my channel, but I finally got to meet Alex, so that was really cool. And by chance, the advent calendar once again showed some Moomins sitting around a table. I think they're cleaning mushrooms that they had picked up in the forest, but imagine that those were journals, and that would be exactly what our meetups would look like. So that was really fun. Some reflecting on a gel pen, I think. And now I've started to write with my extra fine nib. So that came through in the post. And I'm just totally in love with these Twisby diamond nibs. They are just really, really beautiful, and they really suit my handwriting. I've really been enjoying them, and this extra fine is just quite a dream, I must say. So you can now kind of see the difference from here to the next page. Oh, I must mention, Alex also gave me these lovely, lovely stickers that they've made. So really enjoying seeing those in my journal. Yes, so now we've switched to the extra fine nib. That's kind of mostly what I have talked about. Well, not talked about here, but mostly what we can see here, maybe. Something that I did talk about for a few days is that my coffee wasn't tasting good. And I was kind of like, the coffee really wasn't hitting. And like you might know, I love my coffee. It brings me a lot of joy every day. But my coffee hadn't been tasting very good for a few days. And then I awakened my espresso machine from its slumber instead of making filter coffee. And I used that to make my coffees, and it started to kind of really hit better. So yes, I was talking about my coffee there, I think. Coffee, oh no, here I've said that coffee really hasn't been hitting lately since my thermoglass mug broke. Yeah, I had this really beautiful mug that was my favorite, but it accidentally broke. And I guess I was talking about that there. But then a few days later, was it even the next day, that now my coffee, I kind of started making it with my espresso machine, and it was a bit better. So really enjoyed that. Here we went to eat the Xi'an food, the northern Chinese food, again with my partner Ka, and we got fortune cookies from there. And my fortune was that you love eating fortune cookies, which I thought was so funny, so I just put it there. And then we went to see a movie, a Cantonese movie called The Last Dance, which was very interesting. It was quite kind of Hollywoody, quite commercial, so that kind of maybe didn't make it as interesting as it could have been in terms of the cinematography maybe, but I overall really enjoyed it. I'm a tough critic, so if a movie gets 3 stars from me, it means I really enjoyed it. 5 stars is like if it changed my life, so you know, I'm quite a tough one when it comes to rating movies out of 5. But yeah, we really enjoyed that. I could actually talk a lot more about that, but I think I'm gonna make a commonplace entry about this movie because it talked about kind of the funeral rituals in Hong Kong, and I found those very interesting. Something that I hadn't learned much about previously. So I want to make a commonplace entry on the funeral rituals and link it to The Last Dance as well. Oh, yes. Not much to say here. Doing my, usual Christmas bits, writing things about fountain pens, I think, here, and general kind of feelings, but it's just nicer sometimes to write in a bit more of a longer format. So kind of I started writing here, and I was able to kind of write, if I think about it, maybe 1.5 pages in total in one go. And sometimes that's very nice to be able to write, just keep writing in a long format. And even when I have this block of text here, I can just scroll back to the page that says the date and time that I wrote that, which was on, it seems that this was written on the 9th. So actually I started writing this already on the 9th because I ran out of space. So I like that I've been able to use these pages in this kind of new way as well. I keep saying as well, I think. I think I learned that from my friend who always says as well. Okay, this was a special day in the sense that I got another one of the mugs that had broke. So like my coffee wasn't tasting very well. The coffee was tasting the same, but it wasn't as good because my kind of thermal glass mug had broken. It's like a double glass mug that keeps my coffee really warm. And then I made it with espresso and I steamed my milk, and then the coffee stayed warmer a bit longer. So it was also, I found it more delicious. And then finally I got another one of those double wall glasses or mugs. And I made my coffee with the espresso maker and steamed the milk on it. And it was just delicious. So I was talking about coffee here again. Watching some Christmassy things and packing gifts, that kind of stuff. Trying to kind of take it easy alongside kind of really intense academic stuff. Yeah, I'm just glad to be on holiday now, even though I have to do a bit of studying on my break, but at least it's a bit less intense than if I was in London. Here I once again split the page to talk about how I feel when plans change and how that kind of sometimes is a bit difficult for my brain to handle, I guess. And I kept talking about it here. All right, now we're getting towards the middle of December. I finally had a full day to myself, or so I say, because I actually ended up having a 3-hour chat with a journaling friend in Canada. Or just a friend, but we also share the love of journals. Waving hello. And it ended up being less of a day to myself, but still I had spent majority of the day alone, not talking to people, and I had really enjoyed that after a few weeks of just really, really intense social activities, which you can always see in my weekly pages here. So I color code my kind of blocks of time when I'm planning my weeks, and red is social stuff. So you can see the social stuff here every single day. And also on the next week, there isn't as much social stuff, actually. Yeah, there isn't as much social stuff, but my academic days were really full. And then this was finally a whole day to myself after a few weeks of quite intense socializing, a really busy calendar. So it was a day to myself and then a call with my friend towards the evening. And then the next day, I just had kind of more of a social day once again. I met with this Jo Journals at last. We had a long break in catching up, and she gave me some really lovely Moomin washi tape as well as some winter stickers, and I had made her a Moomin Christmas card, so it was a lovely exchange as well as a really good catch up. And I was actually really busy then even afterwards, so I've come back here to talk about it afterwards. And it seems that I've also done a bit of reflecting on the word potential, which was the word of the year for 2025. I'm just here looking at this decoration because I'm quite enjoying how it's looking like. Packing day. I'm really bad at packing, notoriously. I rarely know any people who are good at packing other than my partner, Ka. He's really good at packing. But I'm really bad at packing. Case in point being when I was trying to pack for Hong Kong, and then I made like videos for the Common Corner at like 2 a.m. instead of packing. But I managed to pack. I called my sisters and they were on the phone to help me. Kind of, it's not that I'm bad at packing, I'm just bad at deciding what to bring with me. And then I did something that I'm not sure if it's kind of socially acceptable in the fountain pen and ink community. I mixed 2 reds to make the perfect red. I had this kind of red, which you can see here, which is a bit too light in my liking. And then I had a really, really beautiful dark red called Study in Scarlet that I had got gifted from a friend, which is really beautiful as well, but it's a bit too dark maybe for daily writing. And I thought, what if I mix them too? And I came up with this perfect red. So I just put the swatch of that here. I've yet to use it in these papers, in these pages, but I have tried it out on another paper, and it looks really, really nice. So I don't know if that's entirely allowed, but no harm was done, I think. 17th was when I finally arrived to Finland. I left at 2 a.m. on the night between Monday and Tuesday to take the bus to a place where I can get a coach to the airport, and then my plane left at 6 a.m. British time. And I arrived to Finland at around 11 local time. My sister picked me up. I watched Joy, the Birth of IVF on Netflix on the plane and chatted with a few kind of older gentlemen from London, which was really fun. They were coming to Helsinki and I gave them a few tips on what to do. And I happened to have this cutout of the movie in my kind of stack of, scraps. And I did not realize that this was from a movie. I thought that this was like a historical photo because, I can notice that they're wearing like older scrubs. I should have recognized that this guy is an actor. I forgot his name, but he's an actor. He's a famous actor. But I wasn't really thinking about it. And then I watched the film, realized that I have this, recognized that, wait a minute, I've seen this somewhere before. And I happen to have this piece in my kind of scraps that I carry with me everywhere. Or in my little pouch that actually isn't here at the front with me right now, in which I carry my index dots and everything. Bit of ephemera. Lots of backfilling, as you can see. All I had written was 10:57, airplane at the Helsinki airport, arrived, happy to be back. And that's it. And then I had written reflections on the day afterwards. just the next day actually. This is my day with my sister. She hasn't been here on a video before, but she's wonderful, and I'm probably the closest with her because she's the closest to me in age. We had some coffee time together in the morning and some really yummy breakfast. She made me hash browns, and then we went to our favorite coffee shop to have some kind of yummy food, and then she took me to a place to have pasta, which was the most delicious pasta I've ever had in my life, shown here. And then I just had this appropriate sticker of two women who look a bit like me and my sister, so I just put that there as well. And we just had a really nice day in a very cold and wintry Helsinki. The next day I took a train to northern Finland, to my kind of childhood town, even though I've moved around quite a bit, but I still consider this place to be my home. The most homely place to me, I think. It's still where most of my family lives as well. I had these stamps from Muji because I went to the Muji in Helsinki. I think I included a little clip of that earlier. And this Finland, actually this Finland stamp, you can even see in the earlier part of my book. In August, we came to Finland and I stamped with the same Helsinki, with the Helsinki Muji stamp. Yeah. So that's Finland there on the first day back. And this is the Finland here on the first day back as well. But just my summer trip and my winter trip. That's quite fun. That's really fun. It's kind of a tradition now that we just go to the Muji in Helsinki to do some stamping. This is from there as well, and so is the train. Then we had a sister day with the twins and my youngest sister. Her birthday was in December, so we had this sister day to celebrate that. And we went to get some boba and some pizza, and we watched My Neighbor Totoro at night. So I finally got to use this boba sticker that I had for a really, really long time. Really cute. She loves boba. And this is yesterday. I think I had done this timestamp, and it was a really beautiful snowy day. It's just been snowing mostly, which is really nice because I get to use these stickers that I would never get to use in London, these little snowy guys. But I think I put the timestamp there, and then I just ended up doing these other bits, and then we moved on to doing something else with my sisters and my parents, and never got to write anything down. But that's definitely what always happens in Finland. Like I said in the summertime as well, I spend more time making memories than logging them in my book. But I'm excited to do that afterwards. And here we come to today. So it's been quite wintry, Christmassy pages, which makes me really, really happy. I like the fact that actually there's been quite a bit of backfilling because I do it in red, and red to me is a very Christmassy color, a very cozy color for the holidays. This is quite enjoyable. I hope you enjoyed it. We're getting really close to the end of the year, which is very exciting. And I don't have many more pages to fill in this book. To be honest, I feel like I'm more ready to let go of this book than I was my previous AVAC. But I think, like Joe said very brilliantly when we had a meeting, when we had a catch up, she said that because, you know, I've already gone through that process of changing books, I'm more familiar with it now. And because of that, I know how it is and how it feels to let go of this book. So I'm more prepared for it. Yeah. These are my week's pages. Quite empty this week because I'm just chilling at home in Finland. Very empty for next week as well. But I have done a bit of decoration for them already. I have some stickers from Alex Thomas Creative, some Muji washi tape actually, and then some washi pieces from Hong Kong. Yeah, and one sticker from the Advent calendar because I really love this character. Tiki is one of my favorite characters. This character lives in a swimming house by the seaside, and I just think that's lovely. That's it. All right. I will see you in next week's video, where it will be the part 3 of changing books. I'm very excited for that. But also, of course, sad to let this guy go. But I think, I don't know, it feels appropriate. Yeah. Oh, I have something in here that I got from the Moomin shop in Helsinki. I might just do a little haul of what I got from Finland when I get back to London. Until then, thank you for tuning in, and I shall wish you happy holidays and almost Happy New Year. Bye-bye. Before I go, I want to show you the beautiful blue hour. The sun has already set. It's 14:25, so almost 2:30. The sun set about 20 minutes ago. But now we're having a beautiful blue hour, and I'm just really enjoying our Christmas tree. My family always does it so beautifully. All right, until next time, bye-bye. This is the activity after after filming with Lumi. The trees here are so beautiful. We go with these things, I don't know what they're called in English, but they help you slide. You just push it like this. And the roads are so icy that they don't have any wheels or anything, but they just slide. And it's really fun. But I guess with this, maybe I'll finally sign off. Joo. Niin.
Kierrettiin merta pitkin tänne. Kierrettiin tuota merta pitkin.
Hieno, kun siinä oli ihmisiäkin vastaan.
Joo.
Ei.
Tuota taivasta vasten.